Hey there, are you a Starfield fan? Are you downloading Starfield as we speak? Have you already downloaded Starfield? Well, some information came out that's going to be critical to what you're going to be able to do and how you're going to access the game. So keep that in mind as you listen along to this video. Again, I've been covering Starfield like crazy for the last couple of weeks, and believe it or not, we are mere days away from the release of the most anticipated new IP of the entire generation. So hopefully everything kind of works out for the better for everybody, because I'm seeing the hype train levels going over 1,000 right here, and I wanted to kind of get into this because it's very, very critical to being able to play the game. I know a lot of you are going to access the early access part of the game itself. As you guys know, it will be on August 31st. I believe I have already talked about the official release dates and things like that. So, what's so important about this latest information with Starfield? What's so critical about it, you're asking? You've got bated breath. You're waiting to hear exactly why you should be so excited. Well, they literally just patched the game. That's right. It was already version 1.6, but there's already going to be tons of fixes and patches and things like that coming into the game. And I have the first details on what is getting fixed. This is pretty incredible stuff. So, the day one Starfield patch was deployed ahead of the game's early access period, and the patch notes have seemingly surfaced. Those who preloaded Bethesda's highly anticipated game received a little bit more than a 15 gigabyte patch on Xbox, and the release notes for the first update were shared by Insider Gaming through an anonymous source. According to Insider Gaming, the document containing the patch notes also includes additional information about running the game on Steam Deck and the ROG Ally, which doesn't seem to be recommended. Starfield will run on both the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally with the current drivers, but the hardware recommendations, minimum specs, and actually performance is going to suffer according to the documents. As for the contents of the first patch itself, it packs numerous fixes for quests and gameplay, as well as several visual and performance fixes. For instance, the patch aims to improve stability on Xbox Series X and S when suspended and resuming the game. In addition, it packs fixes for 2 crashing issues alongside other performance improvements, quote unquote. When looking at visual improvements, the release note mentions fixes for hair not appearing on characters, face animations not displaying properly, flashing boxes, and a fix for an undesirable texture blend near the coastline. On the Xbox Series S, the update addresses a texture degrading issue. There's obviously included the quest and gameplay fixes as supplied by Insider Gaming. I'm going to list these, so, hey, grab a little bite to eat, grab your drink, whatever the case may be, because we're going to be getting into this and talk about it. So, gameplay fixes. Fixed a rare issue that could cause companions to float in the air. By the way, some of these sound absolutely hilarious and are much in line with what people expect a Bethesda game to be more in tune with in terms of bugs and issues. So the fact that they're fixing all of these days before the official launch is pretty incredible to me, and I think that it goes to show the confidence and the level that they are actually at. They fixed an issue that could cause some ship modules to become misaligned. They fixed some issues that would prevent touchdown points from turning red in Ship Builder. They fixed an issue that could cause a player to appear incorrectly when equipping items. Addressed an issue that could prevent the isolation skill from behaving as intended. Adjusted the distance the player is able to access and store cargo in their ship. They fixed an issue that could sometimes cause a long delay on the press any button screen. But that's not all. There are fixes for quests as well. Now, some of these could be considered spoilers, I guess. So anyway, they fixed a rare issue that could cause ship patrols not to appear for first to fight, first to die. Addressed a rare issue where the contraband scan would not occur, potentially preventing landing at New Atlantis. Fixed an unlikely issue that could prevent landing at the New Atlantis during deep cover. Fixed an issue that could prevent heat leeches from counting as killed after completing a mission. Fixed how a location would appear near a hidden Earth landmark. Fixed a rare issue that could potentially trap the player in a facility. Addressed an infrequent issue where a spacer ship didn't correctly appear for a Radiant quest. Fixed an unlikely issue that could appear during Revelation, depending on how the player interacted with the emissary. Addressed an issue with the Demos slim bottom ship module that is used for the Razor Leaf. Fixed a rare issue that could prevent companions from accompanying the player after no sudden moves. Addressed a rare issue that could impact power from beyond. Starfield obviously launches on early access Thursday. The game launches globally on September 6th, and people are already starting to talk about like the reviews and all that kind of stuff. This is sounding pretty damn incredible as far as I can tell. And to be honest, the fact that they are fixing all this stuff in the day one patch, yet we've been seeing so many people say it's the fewest bugs ever, they're not having any issues with it and all this kind of thing. So the fact of the matter is that there probably has been, and they've been reporting on it, and they've been fixing them as they go. And that doesn't say that you're never going to run into any bugs on this game. Like, that's completely asinine to believe that there would never be any issues whatsoever. What this means is that the people that are finding things are able to kind of report them and get them fixed in a way that kind of makes things much better. So the fact that visual performance and gameplay and bug quest fixes that are already going out, I think that really kind of goes to show that they are well atop of the game, and that this will indeed likely be probably the most polished Bethesda game of all time. Yes, you are going to see asshats that go out there and try to make sure that this game looks bad no matter what. Every little thing that happens will be posted, I'm sure. All any bugs that people do run into, that's just unfortunately how things go. I have to be honest, as someone who is on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it these days, to be honest with you, any post I make, I don't even have to mention PlayStation. Or if I'm just like, oh, I'm excited for Starfield, I will get inundated with posts under that thread talking nonstop about how it sucks and how it's this and bland and all this kind of stuff. It's honestly just a bunch of nonsense, and at this point I've started kind of muting people and things like that. But again, don't let others ruin your good time, right? I think that's something that we have to kind of come to an understanding as fans of gaming is, and I've done this too. I'm not saying I've never been guilty of this, but I'm also saying that, I try to limit it as best as I can lately. Let people enjoy what they want to enjoy, right? Honestly, I've never seen an amount of hatred for a game like this. It's like, everybody's cool if Nintendo gets an exclusive. Everybody's cool if PlayStation has exclusives. Oh, PC gets exclusives. That's all fine. Nobody says anything. Xbox gets an exclusive, and literally people lose their minds. It reminds me of that Joker meme where everyone's losing their mind, but it is true. And if you don't believe it, take a look around on social media and the amount of people just talking about it, right? Like, Xbox gets its first major game that's like a new IP, and it's like everybody's looking forward to, and people are absolutely trying to look for any minuscule reason to hate on this game, right? People are predicting like low scores, in the 70s and low 80s. Like, seriously, Bethesda, Maryland, they're, Fallout 4, and I'm not a Fallout fan, was full of issues and launched at an 88. I just do not see how a game as ambitious as Starfield can launch under 90. I just don't see it. I'm sure there's going to be a couple odd low scores, but overall I expect to see a lot of 10s across the board. So anyway, are you guys already doing this? If you have an Xbox, you can download this update, by the way, right now. You don't have to wait. So get on it. I'm Crap Gamer. This has been Crap Gamer Reviews. Please like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Rack 'em up. Crap Gamer out.